Hello, I'm Larry Dan. Now, I've just received this book. It's called 20th Century Cop by Barry Appleton. Now, Barry was our original police advisor on the bill when I first started. And Barry was a fantastic writer. He must have written dozens and dozens of episodes, which I was fortunate enough to be in a few of them. And one in particular I remember is when he wrote me, oh no, it wasn't me, it was Alec Peters. He arrested about 20 sailors up in the West End for being drunk and disorderly, and he brought them back to Sun Hill, and he got into a lot of trouble over that, not only from the police himself, but from the Navy. Great episode, Barry. Thank you very much. Now, Barry, he's written this wonderful book. It's his autobiography. Well, I hope it's as good as mine. Well, it probably won't be, but yeah, it is. I'm sure. I can't wait to read it. Thank you, Barry. Bless you for all you did for us, the actors, directors, producers. You were brilliant. Buy this book, or I'll nick you.
50 hard-hitting episodes of The Bill, all written by one man. Read the extraordinary true crime memoir of the Flying Squad detective, Barry Appleton. From gangland killings to assassinations that shook the world.
I have a dream.
Explore the cases that inspired the BAFTA-winning police drama. Barry Appleton, 20th Century Cop. Out now in hardback from Pen and Sword Books.
This is Natalie Rolls, and you are listening to The Bill Podcast. Presented by Oliver Crocker. Brought to you in association with GeorgeFairbrother.com, shop.saturdaymorningpress.co.uk, vanguardcomics.co.uk, gibconsultancy.co.uk, mcr-seo.com, and johnspillane.com.
Hello and welcome to this very special edition of the Bill Podcast. In 2024, I spent most of the year working with Barry Appleton on his extraordinary true crime memoir, 20th Century Cop. Here's the synopsis. Barry Appleton investigated some of the most notable crimes of the 20th century, from multi-million pound robberies to cold-blooded killings that shook the world. Walking the beat of the crime-ridden East End under the rule of the Krays, Barry went toe-to-toe with the underworld, earning multiple commendations for his courage. Following a series of high-profile murder cases, he was assigned to the flying squad and went undercover to investigate the assassination of Martin Luther King. Life in the Sweeney was dangerous, and the detective's dedication to the job saw him injured in the line of duty, pushing him and his family to the limit. After 20 years exemplary service with the Met, Barry's crime-fighting adventures continued when he achieved overnight success as the lead scriptwriter of The Bill, adding gritty realism to 50 episodes of the groundbreaking drama. Now, Barry has taken on one final case to unravel his own incredible life story. How did a boy from the Welsh Valleys end up in a shootout on the streets of London? What made a hard-nosed cop swap his snub-nosed Smith & Wesson for a second-hand typewriter? And who was the angel always by his side? Featuring dramatic flashback sequences and never-before-told behind-the-scenes stories from Britain's longest-running police procedural drama, 20th Century Cop is an extraordinary true crime memoir that vividly captures life as an old-school copper on the streets and on the screen. Barry has had an incredible life, and to have worked with him as his ghostwriter is a privilege, an honour. His family have welcomed me into their family, and we've all grown exceptionally close. We've shared an awful lot, and Barry's story is exciting, it's inspiring, it's shocking, it's terribly sad at times, It's funny. I mean, Barry has already contributed enormously to the first two witness statements books, but there's a lot more he didn't say, and felt this was the time to explain what really happened when the bill began. There's some gold dust in his story, and in this podcast we discuss a number of Barry's 1989 episodes, including the iconic Don't Like Mondays, Getting It Right, The Visit, Sun Hill Fort Apache, Make My Day. You know, he wrote 14 episodes of the bill in 1989. His strike rate was enormous. And for me, in my opinion, in fact, I don't think there's any doubt in this, without Barry Appleton, there would have been no bill. I don't think it would have ran and become the success that it was without his scripts. Remember, in the first year of the bill, Barry wrote 8 of the 12 produced episodes. Chief Super's party was delayed, but he wrote 8 of the 12, adding that gritty realism from a guy who's been there and done it. And he has worked on some extraordinary cases we all know in history, and he has shared his memories for the first time in his book, which is available from Pen and Sword Books. And this podcast, which, by the way, when I sent Barry a sneak peek clip of the edit, he said, "Oh, I've never seen myself on camera before. I'm quite animated." This is his first ever recorded interview. He is a beautiful man. He is a humble genius. And I feel my life has been enhanced and enriched by his friendship. And he has changed my life, my career, by giving me this opportunity, which I'll always be grateful for. My huge thanks to Barry. My huge thanks to Sasha and Simon, his grown-up children, who have been so supportive of this project. And Sasha facilitated all the Zoom sessions and got Barry set up. So thank you, Sasha. Right, no more waffle from me. Sit back and enjoy this chat with the governor, the original police advisor on the bill, 50 scripts written by this one man, the 20th Century Cop. Enjoy. When the half hour started, in the first 18 months, you wrote 22 scripts. That's more than one a month. I mean, I am in awe of your strike rate. You must have been buzzing at this time.
Oh, yeah. This is happening to me. I can't believe it's happening. I'm not going to lose this, you know. I've got to keep at it. And there were so many things I could draw on. I thought the bubble was going to burst, so I just kept writing and writing.
When you look at these episodes in the Barbie Road station, what do you remember about going to that building?
Well, because the pub was on the corner. It's just like it is in most police stations, the pub's on the corner. What I loved about it is that, because I was invited to all the read-throughs and everything, and I used to meet them in the pub, and everybody's buying me drinks because they didn't want me to
write them out, yeah.
They just took out a mortgage or whatever.
Nuala Conwell recalls she loved that you were writing for Martella. She said, Can you please stop writing Martella having a fag because I'm trying to quit?
Yeah, I didn't think anybody was smoking, but I know.
Yeah. I've got to say, watching these is such a treat. I mean, you were a brilliant writer. I'm like so happy watching them because I don't want them to end.
I try to view as a viewer because I'm always looking for mistakes and everything. And I can't believe I wrote some of these. I just couldn't believe it. I don't like Mondays. That was absolutely fabulous. Everybody, they deserved an Oscar, every one of them in that. They were so motivated. Every one of them. Looked at them, they were really got it. A guy I was impressed with was a Chief Inspector Conway. He acted as a negotiator, And he stood up to Burnside. And that was great, the way he really took that part to heart.
It's a masterpiece, that episode. What do you recall? Because obviously it was shot twice. What are your memories of that, and how involved were you with what happened?
What I had in mind was kids not knowing what's happening and think it's a game. All the people in the back are sat with their hands on their head. The kids are playing around, because it's before the watershed. You don't have guns going around everywhere. So I thought that would be a good way I could look good on the screen. Sometimes you let the actors take over, and I think that's what happened there. They got guns, actual guns in their hands, and they tried to act the part more than the part.
How different was Antonia's? Did you ever see her original version of it?
I might have seen it when I was at the studio, when they would record us all in. She's a good director. When they rang me up and said, "You've got to come in, you've got to rewrite this," and we got Terry Marcel in, who I'd love, and we all sat down there and talked about it. And they said, "What would you do?" And I tried to explain, and they said, "Okay, rewrite it." And I got on the train to go back home. And by the end, I got off the end of the train, I'd written it.
Really?
And
wow.
I just phoned it over to them. And I got a huge payment for that, just for the rewrite.
Was it your intention for Ramsey to die?
No, I don't think it was it? I can't remember, to tell the truth. One of them would, anyway, but I didn't know which one it was going to be. It depends who wanted to get out of the series anyway, so...
Yeah, they left it open-ended because they didn't want Nick to leave. They did try and tempt him back, and that's why they never fully said what happened to him. But in the original version, apparently he was covered in blood, and that was objections. And
well, you should never, in writing these things, especially half an hour ones, lots of things should be unresolved, especially in getting it right, where we got the young black girl that was following Croyer about, but Bobby. I like to have so many things unresolved. I would love to end up on the episode of somebody's face, like Galloway when he was chasing that van with all the dirty books in, and it didn't happen. And I would have taken, if I'd been writing more, unless somebody else has used it, that the girl Bobby, I was really wanting to actually Croyer find her. He thinks she's into prostitution and he's trying to get her away from me. But I would change to say it wasn't prostitution. In fact, she's a model. She's actually in money as a model, and it's something different.
Yeah,
just to use again because it's unresolved. Again, Croyer. Another truth actor, just look on it, the camera on his face. He doesn't have to say anything. Boom. And he got it.
Let's talk about D.S. Gregg with the clarinets. Did you invent that character?
Yes, that was my character. But I didn't hide. I had him playing a clarinet player. I can't think, he's dead now. A British guy. Stranger on the Shore or something like that, I think it was. And that's what I had him playing. When I've ever done anything before and I've put in a music, especially in Taggart, they've played it, as I think, but in here, they just had him fiddling about on this thing. But it'd be nice to have heard a piece of music there, not just going up and down on the keys. When you're on the stairs, they're going up there and heard it, you'd stop and listen for a little while,
Yeah.
I never realised it's the new guy. You can write about a police series, but there's things that you just don't know. You wouldn't even think of someone who's playing a police band and he's got this PR thing and he's also got a job at the station. And especially against Burnside, I knew Burnside, a what? A gig?
Yeah, that's a much loved scene. That's it's a very nice scene. And they kind of drop the music element from the character later, which is a shame because he always wanted it. Because he's a keen musician to this day. When you create a character like Greg, why don't you own the character? Like, did you have to sign something?
I should have owned it. I mean, there's lots of people created.
Well, Ramsey you create.
Ramsey I created, yes, straight away.
Do you remember Kenneth Ware, the script editor?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was he like?
Well, I'll be quite honest. He let me do what I wanted to do. But not first of all, it didn't. First of all, and when I first met him with Peter Quadrine, I walked out because I'd never been involved with a scriptwriter before because I'd never written it for TV, so I didn't really know. But he was saying how we should change this and change that and everything. I got a bit upset because I was there with Michael Chapman when we worked these things out beforehand, and then there's another new guy come in and then telling me how to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
But after they came back and called me back and got me back and sit down again, it was okay. Ken Ware, he loved writers, and I think it was a good thing that he'd upset me. But after that, I could, do whatever I wanted. And I think he actually commissioned me for 6 in one go. He was a sick man as well. He smoked terribly, and I used to come into his office, and the first thing he would do was put out his cigarette and put back on his patch, nicotine patch.
What about Wilf Knight?
Wilf Knight.
Yeah.
Well, in the frame,
yeah,
where Burnside was set up, he told Peter Quadrine that that's a case that happened, and that it shouldn't be done that way or anything. So I said to Peter, "I'll sign anything you want. It's just my imagination. Nothing else. Has nothing to do with the case at all." And then, in front of everybody, I grabbed him, Wilf Knight.
Yeah.
And said, you're going beyond your duty, your brief, what you're supposed to do. Don't worry about the stories; they're mine, and I'm responsible. He agrees, and said, no, so I don't want you to sign anything.
That's good. I love how you stood your ground.
The other thing that was, I don't know if I told you this, PC Little. Originally, I put it on as PC Little. Right, it was PC Little. That's me, PC Little. And then I got whoever does check up on things said, "There's so many PCs Littles. We've changed it to Lytton." I don't mind. It doesn't worry me. That's it. A police officer tried to sue me, whose name was Lytton, that he was a friend of mine and I've done this on purpose to him and everything. And so they called me in to the solicitor department. I don't even know this guy. It wasn't the name I put forward.
No.
You're the people who put the name there, not me. So it just shows you, what people get up to. They think, trying to earn a few bob out of this.
The producers, Geraint Morris.
Yes. He was a nice guy and everything, but he was part of the old school. He still wanted to keep back to the old. He didn't want to go forward with anything. I think he just wanted to do Dixon and Doc Green. He'd like to have done that again or something. But again, the guy, he was a sick man anyway. So
yeah,
we don't know how these people. When he went to the BBC, I had one of my things there, which was put to him, and I went, "Oh." And it went on for ages and ages and ages. I got paid for it again and again because it was because he just kept on hold of it and actually didn't do anything. And when Peter was at this BBC, my agent then, she had to go to get him to sort something out. You also sent me an episode called Key of the Door.
Oh, yeah.
It's not mine. The Christopher Russell one.
Oh, sorry.
I won't take credit for it.
No. Did you ever meet Chris Russell?
It was funny. When we were at the studios, when it started, I was walking across to the car park and he was walking, and I heard someone said, "Hello, Chris," to him. And immediately I thought, Chris Russell. I don't know why, but when he left talking to this guy, I said, "Nice to meet you. My name's Barry Appleton." And we were right opposite each other. And he shook hands, and we were the same agent. So there's so much I can talk this time.
Brilliant.
Somewhere by chance, I didn't think they'd ever make this. They nearly bankrupt Thames trying to make it because it was a shop in Malbreak Cross. They didn't open on a Sunday, supermarket malls then. So they had to open especially to film this. There was hundreds and hundreds of extras. Plus they had to have all the shops open. So all the shops people had to come and be paid to have the shops open, walking around and everything. I just loved it. But because it cost them so much to do that, conscience came with to me, we've got to somehow get some of the money back. Is there any chance you do something that's not going to cost us any money? So I then wrote Conscience.
That two-hander.
And also, Scannell kept moaning at me. He wanted something drama for him.
Right.
It fitted him. It was perfect for him.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And he's really, Patrick O'Connell, great actor.
Yes.
He was married to the casting director.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a great episode. It's all about imagination with the old boss.
Complete imagination. That was, just sort of be able to try to do a stage drama. It was great. It was just as the script was. They didn't deviate from the script, which is nice.
Yeah. And Terry Marcel did a great job with Somewhere by Chance, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. And again, see, if I was any other writer, I'd make it a bomb. But I was thought of something outrageous, a rocket launcher in the toilet, pointed upward. It wasn't pointing down, but I wanted it to be sticking up. And I knew they all end up in the pool anyway, in the fountain, the end of it.
and little WPC Bryn.
Oh, yes. It was good. Very good. Fort Apache.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, this is a funny thing. When I was aiding, I worked with different guys at different times. And I was aiding with a guy called Diamond. I think his first name was Tony, I'm not sure. Where we went round in jeans and bomber jackets, he had a very military bearing. And he used to wear collar and tie and a British warm overcoat. He shouldn't really have been with us, but he was a bit of an actor as well. He had a BMW Istella in the three-wheelers with the door opens out the front with a steering wheel, and you've got 6 for 2, right? Well, it's to go around that, we used to see all kinds of things, but no one believed the old Bill be driving around with his stupid three-wheelers, things there. And what he used to do, he used to say, stop at this nick, I'm going to go and sign the books. He said, you want to watch this? So I watched him from the corner of the door, and he went straight up there, flashed the warrant card quick before he could see it. He said, I want the crime book and the lost property book, and yes, we'll have the overtime book as well. I want to sign them. And people come, never ask anymore. He used to sign the books, big scroll in the name.
Brilliant.
He went in the head. And he was in a hospital, and he got up one day and he started pulling all the other patients, pulling the tubes off them and everything. And eventually he was supposed to be okay. And he got a job as a rat catcher. So if you can imagine this guy with a British war on and everything, going catching rats.
Oh. That's a series. That's a pilot.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about Fort Apache, the overflowing custody area. That's a great wheeze, and it's a consenting adult's job, though he didn't consent, and Conway falling back into it. Yeah. There's little touches in these to your police work, which I love.
And the lovely scene is right at the end where they got Roach and
Melvin.
Yeah. And they look through I don't think I've got enough problems.
And that was Antonia Bird. So she was,
yes.
The rare peregrine falcon eggs for a rich shake.
Yes. Yeah. Something completely different,
Make My Day. There's lots of nice.
Oh, yeah. Make My Day. Again, this is the kind of thing which you wouldn't. Michael Ferguson directed that, didn't he?
Yes.
And the villain, they're beautiful. That villain was spot on there. That mafia guy could be, couldn't it? Brilliant. They wouldn't have proved it in the first series, or anything like that. They said, no, that's getting away from what we're trying to do.
The more we talk, and then I watch these, and I can see that the influence that there is a little bit of Craze and Richardson's in there. Yeah. I think, the influential members of Parliament on the payroll, high-ranking Scotland Yard officers on the take. It's like no one was really doing police corruption back then. In Make My Day, You had the World War II distress flares and the neighborhood watch scheme, and the lady says, God sees all.
Yes.
Nice little touch.
Yeah. And the one where a crier made the American guy take his car away. Because it was going to be towed and laid.
Yeah. Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Eric did that himself. Fair play. Yeah. Turnham, who's undercover in Make My Day, the tall guy.
Yes, he was good, wasn't he?
He was really good. And a great introduction, you know.
Yes. User friendly. That's the one with the plane crash. And I have a plane crash in 25 minutes. I'm surprised they're using that.
That's Mark Powley, who played Melvin. That's his favourite episode.
Yeah.
Taking the girl prisoner. That was really a lot of sort of political stuff there.
Yeah. Thought that was something completely different as well, you know.
With like, you know, the country cousins story and the guy trying to make off down the rail tracks. Are any of these like based on your sort of anything like that?
No, not really. It's just the fact I wanted to have something different to everybody else. Whatever I'm going to do, it's going to be not the usual thing. And I just like the idea of him actually suddenly saying, well, I did go on a protest march, it's good, but you know, it was not like, both, she's now got him going.
And Between Friends and the flagpole.
Oh, yes.
That's great. And like, again, like who else would know that, you know?
Yeah. Well, actually, that happened when I was at Wood Green. Not Wood Green. Yes, I think it was Wood Green. Yeah, that actually happened. And they put the flag up the wrong way around, which I would have, if we'd have had more time, I would have put that in.
Yeah, that's lovely. And the guy who nicked that painting, and he was.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, you knew what was going to come. When they were reading out the stuff, you knew it was going to be this portrait of a nude, and then suddenly you look up. Got it. And the guys there watching, yeah, very good.
And the duty solicitor with his pipe.
Yes, he died not long after that. So.
Yeah, John Horsham, lovely actor.
Yeah,
really good actor. Quite a big name for them to get, you know.
Oh, the other one, The Visit.
Oh, yeah.
Martella and that black guy were brilliant.
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. And she needed something good parts, Martella, and she really played that well. And the nice thing is about what I see when she gets back in the car, Ramsey says, "You know, what have you been doing all this time?"
Yeah, all in a day's work.
What's happening?
Yeah. He's watching the pretty girl walk in. He's just like,
saw the police cars pull up, but didn't take any notice of them. Just kept reading his book.
and all the shopping mall stuff. The body and all the crowd looking, and it's like, what? That's a great episode.
It's the kind of thing you'd write for the professionals or something like that. It's not a bill type of thing, you know. So I'm surprised I've got away with some of this, to be quite honest.
Writing 14 in 1989, you must have been doing them in like 3 weeks.
Yes, I was doing 3 weeks. I would do them all within 3 weeks. But it's a total thing, you know, from the time I start, it goes in through the night, thinking through when I'm sleeping, the next morning, up early and keep it going. I never lost a deadline.
You must have been earning the best money you've ever earned in your life.
Oh, I had thousands coming in every week because besides all the replays, the following week I get money from Australia, which is almost as much. And it was sold all over the place, and there was money just coming in. I'd sort of end up with a Porsche, I ended up with 2 Mercedes, I ended up with a Range Rover, top of the range Range Rover. The truth is, I lived a life. It gave me a chance of a kind of writer that I dream of, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to live it. And then I said about the Irish wolfhounds and Burmese cats and converted barn and an incredible life. I never thought I'd ever live that kind of thing, do that kind of thing. The world was my oyster. I was earning all this money. My life was changed. And then I lost it all.
Hello, Bill fans. John Isles here. I have just received from Barry Appleton, 20th Century Cop. Now, as you know, Barry was, without doubt, one of the finest, if not the finest, scriptwriters for the Bill, and he had a fondness, like I did, for dear old Dashwood, and wrote really all his best episodes. I particularly remember Save the Last Dance for Me, where Trudy Goodwin and I went undercover in a dance class. It was great fun. Well, Barry was, of course, a detective himself, and this memoir is full of stories about cops and robbers, and, of course, stories about the Bill as well. I've received a tip-off that if I turn to page 223, there's an interesting paragraph that I should read. In 1992, I heard that my old friend John Isles would be leaving the Bill after 8 years' service as DC Mike Dashwood. I felt this was a huge loss for the series, as Dashwood's grammar school presence made him the perfect foil for the likes of Burnside and Roach. He was a terrific character to write for, and John played him brilliantly. I couldn't possibly comment. In hindsight, I should have written a spin-off series for him, with Dashwood joining Special Branch. Oh, why didn't you, Barry? I decided to give John a starring role in Going Soft. It was my 50th episode for the Bill, which also felt like the perfect milestone for me to walk away from Sunhill. Thank you, Barry, from the bottom of my heart for those kind words. I've now got my copy. Get your hands on your copy from Pen and Sword Books. Take care. Bye-bye. Love you.
Out now in hardback from Pen and Sword Books.
This is Natalie Rolls, and you have been listening to the Bill Podcast. Brought to you in association with GeorgeFairbrother.com, shop.saturdaymorningpress.co.uk, vanguardcomics.co.uk, gibconsultancy.co.uk, mcr-seo.com, and donspillane.com. The Bill Podcast is produced by Oliver Crocker and co-produced by Ben Adams, Glenn Cooney, Bryony Kelly, Maz Mirabilis, Alex Mockler, and Simon Wolfe. Our executive producers are Isabel Allen, Mark Bennett, Christopher Booth, Rob Cook, James Crissell, Rebecca Deeprose, Alana Dewar, Andrew Dyack, Dan Evans, George Fairbrother, Stuart Gibbon, Vicky Greatbanks, Luke Hegarty, Robert Hoger, Edward Kellett, James Ledane, Thomas Johnston, Dave Meakin, Gary Moncur, Danny Morris, Steph Morris, Laura Pinney-Fay, Isaac Powell, Alistair Wrigley, Michael Seeley, Don Spillane, Angel Stannard, Paul Statter, Patrick Stratford, and Sarah Went. Huge thanks to all you lovely producers who make the Bill Podcast possible. For over 200 hours of bonus content, visit patreon.com/The Bill Podcast.